I don't really like the way that people normally start podcasts when they do all the welcome back and, we've been sponsored. Basically, Dollar Shave Club have come along and said, we like the podcast, we're going to sponsor it. Ooh. And they've just launched in the UK, so they sent out these products to us.
They've come to us.
I don't shave very often, but when I do, I like a good...
You like to spend not too much money.
I like to spend a reasonable amount of money.
Yeah.
On affordable quality products.
Exactly, yeah.
May I say so myself?
They basically cut out the middleman and they bring the razors straight to the
people.
Don't
say cut, because
it's a smooth shave.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It does actually say on the card.
They glide out the middleman.
Oh, there he goes. They glide
to the touch.
Yeah, they glide the middleman out, who, by the way, is also well shaven because he probably signs up.
Yeah.
And they ship the razors to your door. So you don't like going outside. We've said this before. You guys can't go to the shops just from the sheer number of people who mob you, right?
Or mug me.
Or rob you.
Yeah, that's the one.
If he's not being selfied, he's being mugged.
I must admit, though,
prep scrub. This is like an exfoliator.
Good razor. I like this.
I reckon.
But you see, what's cool about this is you get that little, like, if you fire it off, look at that. See, if you get confronted by someone in the street.
No, we're not going down this route.
Well, mate. Yeah, I thought so. And that'll cut them right up.
Sign up today.
That'll glide them right up, sorry.
Sign up today via the link in the description box.
For £3, is it?
Yeah, for as little as £3, and then have replacement blades delivered for only a couple of quid each month.
That's affordable.
You can get your first box, which might look like this. There is another box as well, a slightly bigger box, which I think you can get signed up as well.
Never mind, it's great.
Go to dollarshaveclub.com/XO to get your first box, usually worth £12 for just £5. Not only does it cost just £5, but we are also going to give you a special discount code. Use the code XOPROMO, that's XOPROMO, at checkout for your extra 10% off. I think it's pretty good.
I don't know why I'm trying to weigh in. Like,
this is only a £5, and then
you
replacement
get 5 blades in total.
Are only a couple of quid a month.
That'll do me for a year, to be honest.
Yeah.
On with the podcast.
Yes.
Welcome back to another episode of
Right, okay.
XO Podcast.
Ego, Cam, say this. Can you look directly down that lens and go, right, okay. Ready?
Right, okay. That sounds like them.
No one will know. No one will know. Anyway, the World Cup. They've been breaking out the old jokes, all the jokes of the England football team visited a Russian orphanage the other day. It's so sad to look into their eyes and see the despair, said the Russian orphan. It was because it's a joke.
Yeah, and we support Russian orphans.
But then they seen Raheem Sterling's gold watch.
Oh,
cheered them right up.
How do you feel about that? Because you covered that, didn't you? Did you get many people? I know the right way is to go, he can do what he wants and he's done lovely things. Did many people come back to you and say, Raheem Sterling should be locked up?
I don't particularly like or dislike Raheem Sterling, so I don't have a horse in this race.
It's unusual for you.
But I did think it was bollocks when he got bought for 50 million, like at the time, and I stand by that. At that time, he hadn't showed anywhere near enough for that kind of fee. But he's English, and that adds the value because
I think he's good now.
You have to meet the quota. I think Pep's turned him into a real player, but we'll see how good he is when he's not in a Man City team, even more so, really, because I feel like that whole team is designed to play to his strengths as well. So
some people say the same about England, don't they?
Yeah, I think, you should build a team around your best players, but for me, I would build a team around Harry Kane first and foremost. I think he's like the focal point of that team.
See, I disagree with that, like, a little bit, because did you watch the last friendly where they had Rashford and Vardy?
Yeah.
That was good. Oh, yeah. I love pace. Yeah. And I feel like Harry Kane is brilliant. Like, you can't say, obviously,
not a brilliant speaker though, is he?
No.
He can't have everything. But I just loved how Rashford and Vardy were just stretching them.
Rashford's a very good
Do you think the only reason I don't like Vardy is because of his off-pitch?
He's a shithouse.
He seems a bit like that.
But on the pitch, he's
good.
So the main problem that has haunted England the last 20 years, to my knowledge, is shoehorning players into positions that they shouldn't be playing.
Skulls.
You've got to play the team that's on form and that fits the system. And it does feel a bit like if you play Harry Kane, the whole rest of the team needs to change to be more suited to him. Whereas it feels more natural to go, like you say, Rashford, Vardy.
But how can you leave him out?
Sterling. But you can't leave a Harry Kane out. Yeah. So Harry Kane's playing, we can all agree, that's just fucking happening.
Did you hear that Jordan Henderson got the call that he wasn't going to be England captain 3 days before the Champions League final? Gareth Southgate's such a fucking downer sometimes. You just think, Gareth, think about this for a second, right? He's going into the biggest game of his life so far, and he's going to be a fairly key player for you this summer. He's going to be vice captain or whatever, and you think, it's the best time to cut. Do it 3 days before.
No, give him 2 days to get over it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You having a good time out there, are you? Yeah. Enjoying the sun? Yeah. Bad news on this front, though. You're not going to be England captain. I've given it to the other one who can't speak well. Yeah.
Are you gutted? Are you gutted?
Nah, got to go now, mate. Harry's calling me. See ya.
I've got some advice for you before I go. If you're gutted, probably drink water. So.
Cheers, pal. Bye-bye.
That's it. No, mate.
Avion.
Are you confident? Do you think we can do anything here? What's the furthest we can go?
Final. Quite literally.
Well, no, in real terms.
Before friendlies, I honestly didn't think we'd go out the group, but I was so impressed against Costa Rica, wasn't it, last game? I was so impressed at how, like, Loftus, even when Loftus Cheek and that, they were just also in Costa Rica. Like, obviously we've seen the last World Cup; they're not that bad. You know what I mean? And we just bossed them really, except for obviously I don't know. At the end of the game, it just got a bit sloppy, didn't it? But and that goal from Rashford was class, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think now we can. Definitely should get past the group.
I'm going to say, quarterfinals.
I've gone for quarters as well.
Yeah.
I reckon England can make the semis.
Oh.
He's always an optimist.
They're likeable. Do you think anything below the final is optimistic in a tournament? Because I feel like finals optimistic. If you're anything before that, you're a bit like...
Yeah, no one remembers.
No, I mean...
No, if England got to the semis...
I think the semis would be a massive success. We've not been to a semi since 1996, have we? So that's massive. 22 years ago.
But if you're not winning the tournament, it's almost a bit like...
Nah, I think I look back on the semis as a real like good memory for me as an England fan.
You often look back at your semis as a good memory for you.
Seriously though, I did really enjoy that tournament, so I'm hopeful. But
they're the most likeable England team that we've had in a while.
A lot of characters.
Yeah.
If we had Oxlade-Chamberlain there, I'd love it.
I would have loved it.
What a lad. Take him on for the banter.
Yeah.
The YouTube videos.
He looks like a nice guy though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Alright then. England chat, lads.
Footy.
So, is there anything
which other teams do you like from the World Cup?
I've got some good England chat. Do you know Oxlade-Chamberlain's actually dating Perry from Little Mix?
Oh, fuck off.
Really?
I don't mention that enough.
He mentions that quite a lot. Do you... Which World Cup kit do you like the most?
This year?
Yeah.
Germany. Oh no, Argentina's away kit, the black one.
I've got that.
Yeah, that was nice.
Will's got that.
Like the Nigeria one?
Oh, it's nice. Just can't wear it.
Beautiful.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Why can't I wear it?
Sold out everywhere.
Does it not go on with me?
It comes across badly for some
really?
people, apparently. Yeah.
Really? Why?
But we support all minorities, so
why? I know, but no, I don't understand. Why wouldn't?
There's people who say it's sort of cultural appropriation or something.
Oh, really?
It's just a nice top.
It is a nice top. Yeah.
When I wear,
is it cultural appropriation for Nike to make it in the first place?
I don't know. To me, I feel like if you're willing to wear the shirt of people who are different to you, whatever that is, then that shows that you're like open-minded, I guess, and that you just whatever. You know what I mean?
I like the one you had on that video, the Colombia one.
Colombia's nice. The classic or the new one?
I'm not sure.
There were two.
I like the Argentina home kit we had on that video. That was fun.
Germany's is good.
Germany's is a good kit. Yeah. I also quite like Colombia away. Japan one's a little bit too detailed for me.
No, there's a Japan one I seen with looked like it had pinstripes on it.
Yeah, sort of.
One, yeah. No, I like that.
Really?
I like pinstripe generally. So
I think it's what I like is when
it's slimming. I'm gonna say it.
Pinstripe. Yeah, because it's an optical illusion, really, isn't it? But do you want that on a football kit? Do you want to look as big as possible?
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah.
So.
Just imagine the players having a meeting. Just enhance me glutes. That's all I saw. Is
that what you look for?
No, I don't need enhancement on that.
Yeah.
I need them to be slender, to be honest. Big fatty Stephen.
You do have
Stephen's pear-shaped. If he was a woman, he would have a badonkadonk.
I'd have more Instagram followers, that's for sure.
The weird thing is, if Stephen's a woman, you'd be attracted to Stephen.
No, I mean, he's funny and he's got a good bum on him, so maybe.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
And that new haircut's doing wonders.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Covers more of his face, doesn't it?
It distracts from these for today.
I quite like France as well. France got a nice away kit. And their players all look pretty cool.
France, France, they're just so up themselves as a whole country.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing.
The whole fucking thing.
No, they really are.
Stinks.
No, I like France. It's a beautiful. I mean, Paris is beautiful there. When I went there, it was beautiful.
And you really enjoyed that.
But They know it. They're like France. If they were, if France were a girl, they'd be that girl who was like fit, but like you know, you couldn't almost get near her.
Do you think it's a bit like the popcorn and the kettle black?
Legally, I can't get near
her. You know
it.
it. You're attractive to women. You know it. Do you not just own
To
it?
some
Just
women.
sort of.
Not always the ones you want.
Yeah. But then France, you know, France gets some visitors and they go, it's dirty.
France get everything. Yeah.
Who's got the best squad on paper? Just
on paper?
Yeah. I'd say Brazil.
Yeah, Germany as well. Like, if Sane was in our he would be our best player, and he's not even going, is he?
would.
That's insane.
Sane, man.
We like that, Brian.
No, genuinely, like that blows my mind though. Like, how can you not
Sane.
fucking take Sane?
Well, because they've got another option.
They
haven't just gone with
They
Royce.
haven't got many strikers. They've got that Gomez from years ago.
They've also got Timo Werner.
And that's it.
Goethe isn't going either.
Sane could play as a like a off the striker type
It was
player.
between Sane and another player, and I think the justification from Yogi Love was fits my system better, which is fair enough.
Another Sane did go off the boil towards the end of the season, to be fair, but he's still class.
Do you think Yogi Love saw
He's doing balloons at Park Life.
Sane versus Trent Alexander-Arnold and went, "You're not coming to the World Cup, pal."
Yeah, that's true enough. You bottled it, mate.
Bottled
He's
it
a
twice.
19-year-old.
Great player though.
I'm glad he's gone. Alexander-Arnold.
Gone to the World Cup.
Yeah, Klein's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Gone out the team.
Who do you actually prefer over Walker and Alexander-Arnold?
Walker's going to play right centre back
Why though?
Oh, yeah.
because they're going to play back three and then wing backs,
Ooh. Defensive, that.
or very attacking.
Nah, defensive. Playing 5 defenders.
Well, really 3 and then 2 wingers.
To be fair,
defenders.
Alexander-Arnold does play as like
More of a winger.
yeah, he is very good at switching from fullback to winger, very quick,
You need
and he can
pace.
knock a good ball in as well.
I'll tell you what, he can.
Isn't it weird how people have gone from really thinking Gareth Southgate was a wet whatever to
Exactly how I've gone,
he's
yeah.
a genius.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or you know,
I
he's got a
don't.
plan.
I don't.
Do you know?
He did well with the under-21s, to be fair.
That's what people are often told. But I watched the under-21s. God, his team were awful. He had Berahino and Harry Kane up front. Couldn't hit a Bondo. It was fucking terrible.
To be fair, I mean,
We went out.
They should be playing under
We
5
went
anyway.
out the first time of asking. Pretty much, it was absolute garbage. So, I think that Gareth Southgate is a shit manager,
Right.
and if he does well, it's purely on the basis of how good the squad is. I've got no faith in
Are you
him.
not impressed at how well they've done in the friendlies though?
Friendlies, they always do well. They don't
So
like
under Roy
qualifying.
Hodgson, I do think we went unbeaten in the entire qualifying stage and still performed. We still went out against Iceland.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet, Brad. Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. So I just, for me, charisma is important, having a manager, and I think he couldn't inspire me to do anything. This guy.
Yeah.
Could Roy
Apart from
Hodgson
maybe top myself.
Could Sam Allardyce?
I probably would get on all right with Sam Allardyce, even though he's a shithouse. Hodgson's
The words "even though" don't need to be in there.
Hodgson's
Bloody lad, isn't he?
What's Hodgson? He's a bloody lad, isn't he? He is right. He is a
Hodgson's
bloody lad.
another boring bastard. I remember
You gotta meet him in real life.
in me rant
Doing
video
balloons at
when we
Park
went out after Iceland beat her. I predicted Iceland would knock her out as well on my video. I said we'll get knocked out by Iceland because I knew we'd take them too lightly. And I said at the end of the Iceland video, don't you dare appoint Gareth Southgate after this.
Don't you fucking dare appoint Gareth Southgate.
Not another yes man, and that is literally exactly what.
Do you think he's proven though he's not that yes man? He's changed. I mean, just by not having Jack Wilshere, just by changing things up a little bit, he's got these younger guys who seem dynamic and exciting, and they seem to be invested in him. Whereas before, Roy was going, "Oh, you're an ape in space," and everyone's going, "He's a what?"
Wow.
Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
he left Rooney out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Southgate, and that's
Although
a big.
in many ways, Rooney left himself out.
You could say that.
Yeah.
But I think that's still a
Gets
big.
split
It's
away
still a
after
big
it's all.
decision, though.
Is Rooney off to America? Has that already happened?
I think it's Washington, isn't it? He's going to.
Can I just say, everyone for the last sort of since I started YouTube, there's been this debate going on in the YouTube comments: Shearer versus Wayne Rooney.
Shearer never went to MLS. Bottled it.
32 years old, and Alan Shearer was hitting 20 goals a season in the Premier League, playing for a team that was nowhere near as good as Man United,
Well,
but still banging them in. Wayne Rooney off to America because he isn't good enough anymore. So
or because he's
debate settled. Thank you.
Rooney peaked very young, didn't he?
Yeah,
And he's
extremely
just
like 15 or 16.
To be fair, Rooney, I do blame a lot of that on Alex Ferguson, who burnt him out and didn't really have the squad around him to give him the rest that he needed to pace his legs and his career out. And Fergie deserves some of the blame on that. But
Do you think everyone's made in the same way though?
No.
Do you not think that Wayne Rooney's got that like muscle and power, and that burns out quite quickly?
A big problem for him though is too much money too young, so he lost his desire, I reckon.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Whereas Shearer, probably still got well paid, but he probably just loved the sport.
Shearer's a classic man though, isn't he? Like Shearer's the kind of guy
classic man.
money won't change Shearer. No
No,
matter
back in
how
the
much
fridge.
money Alan Shearer has, he'll always act the same. He'll always get up, he'll always have his 2 eggs, his Weetabix, he'll leave the house and go, I love you, darling. Off he goes. Do you know what I mean? And that he's so consistent. He's classic, isn't he? He's like who's that one from Mad Men, but with less affairs? Is the Mad Men one?
I think if I'm going for a movie star,
right.
Alan Shearer is Bruce Willis.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not with The Sixth Sense.
Unbreakable.
And Die Hard.
Literally, there's a picture of Alan Shearer with a bandage over his head, bleeding, still getting on with the game. That's Die Hard.
There was an era of football
Alan
where
Shearer
players just split their head open.
with a vengeance.
Yeah, well, who's the really famous one? Where
Terry
guys
Butcher.
Yeah.
There's Terry Butcher, and then there's also Paul Ince as well. Who's got,
Oh, yeah.
Who's got it around his head.
So-
How's that not happen as much now? I'd love to see
Set
more
health
players
and
with more.
safety.
I think
Yeah.
people just bottle it a bit more now, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, Will
bunch
didn't
of
bottle it against
toms.
Rice Gum.
No.
Oh, do we
Will
talk about
probably would have bottled him if he had one.
that? I
those two
knew
not-
that was going to happen.
No, I think Will's just an exciting player. He sees a tackle, he goes for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big talking point. It's good that he did that. Yes, he did premeditate it.
It was good for his channel.
Yeah, there you go.
So
1.3 million views on his review
Ah.
of Rice Gum last
Well
night.
done, William.
Sorry, he did what?
Premeditated.
Well, a lot of people wanted to do something to Rice Gum or Keemstar just for a talking point. Will didn't say it out loud, but his eyes lit up.
His actions spoke louder than any words could.
Yeah.
I'm going to absolutely do you out on the pitch, and I'm going
Yeah.
to make sure that you don't want to get up and face me again.
To be fair
Because
to
I
Rice
seem
Gum,
to say,
Rice Gum took it quite well.
He did.
yeah,
He
yeah,
did.
he got up straight away.
He did the
more or
usual
less.
thing of doing nothing in person, then bitching about him online.
Yeah.
Sort of coward.
When
Although I
his
said,
name Rice
"Oh
Gum?
my God, guys!"
Oh,
How
Is
hard
that
did he
how
tackle
Rice
him?
Gum talks?
Like he talks like he just needs to blow his nose all the time.
God, I hate those.
I've got to be. Is this? I watch
I
a
remember
lot of
when-
YouTube purely from the thumbnails and titles. So if someone's got a thumbnail and title, and I'll see it and I'll go, noted. And the next time I see it, I'll go, love the drones video, and they'll go, thanks, mate.
Yeah. That's,
The only one I click on is Chris MD.
No.
Oh,
I've only
bad.
seen one or two of Rice Gum's videos. One where he supposedly mailed himself somewhere,
That was brilliant.
which was him faking being in a box,
It
basically.
was a good time on YouTube.
And then there was another one he got a
faked
brand new car when his channel was blowing up, and it was, I don't know, like some fucking Porsche or something. He's like, I know it's a pretty bad car, guys, but... And I was like...
Then don't brag about
Are
it.
you fucking... a pretty bad car? Like, I don't know what it was like.
Did
a
he mean
Porsche.
bad in like not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning fresh?
No,
No.
he was meaning bad, like compared to the Lamborghini other YouTubers have got.
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's got a good point. Porsches are nice cars still, though, aren't they? I'd like a classic Porsche if I was to get a Porsche, not one of the modern ones.
I could definitely see you.
Because beggars can be choosers.
No, I see. Have you ever seen Cruel Intentions?
You mean in the classic one that she bets him for? Yeah.
Do you know which one I mean? The black one.
Yeah.
I could see you driving
It's
that.
a good car.
No, you're a man of taste.
I'm a classic car man.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
go for Dick Dastardly's from Wacky Races.
That's brilliant.
That's
I
one for
always
kids.
thought you'd be a Penelope Pitstop kind of guy.
I just want to catch the pigeon
Yeah.
in the car.
What car would you go for, Cam?
Kia
Picanto.
I
On
like my car
finance,
now, you know.
$399.
Suzuki Swift.
Oh,
It's a good car.
It is a good car.
It does get you from A to B.
that's all you need. At the end of the day.
Mate, the way your channel's going, you'll be ditching that pretty soon.
Nah, I live at home with
This is the first time YouTube's actually paid for my car insurance.
Oh,
So
They offer to.
yeah, they just came to my door. They were like, "Is that your Suzuki?" Yeah,
Yeah.
there's £70.
We need to
Consider it
look after this.
So just to be clear, Rice Gum and Will Fine now.
I think they are. Yeah, they
Always
just
were.
a little bit of YouTube drama.
Yeah.
Get the views in. Say no more.
Clever.
Just
Do
a
you know
bit of fun.
in real life at these meetups like YouTube beef, when they actually meet, is it still beef or is it like?
Nothing except for JJ with Joe and Logan. I've not seen like.
I've never seen. Most people just melt away and go. Really like.
Everyone's really nice though, aren't they? Because
Yeah.
they're all just
Yeah.
doing a nice job for a living. They're not going to be.
So I don't know if you've seen. So by the time this comes out, it might have already happened. The press conference, but
Yeah,
JJ bumped into Logan
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
America, and there was Instagram fucking stories coming out, and they're like aye, and I don't know. This is gonna be different to the last one. I feel like there's a different vibe
because now we know how good JJ actually is, and then Logan's a bigger challenge.
Definitely. Then there's a video come out of Logan on Instagram dropping some kid,
And that looked a bit fake.
I think it was probably real. The kid was just probably a bum.
Lands that
How long
on
have
my
I
chin
been in
and
Bermuda
standing
for?
there, mate.
Can I just say, it feels like so much
I'm
has
looking
happened.
back at him saying, what was that, lad? Chin him.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
But the thing is, Joe was quiet in the press conference, wasn't he? He wasn't biting to anything, whereas Logan will be.
This is going to be very different. I feel
Taking
like there's a
lumps
lot
out
more
of each other.
confidence in Logan. I think even if Logan feels like he's going to get his arse kicked, would still have the arrogance and the self-worth to go in there and just act like he's going to kill JJ.
Yeah. Bravado.
Yeah, he'd bullshit everyone, and even if he walks out of there thinking, I haven't got a fucking clue how this is going to go, in his mind, he'll still act like he owns the place, which I think is the smarter thing to do towards JJ, because once JJ, he's got elements about him because he's been in YouTube and entertainment for so long, where once he smells fear, and as the showman that he is, he'll prey on that, and like the way he did with Joe. Like, I remember looking across on the press conference and he had his phone open, so Joe's looking straight ahead at the audience, and Joe couldn't say this, but JJ's reading off insults that he must have been he must have spent a week, like, and he's just scrolling through his notes, and he's got a shit ton of things lined up, and I know he'll have
biceps of shit.
He'll have thought of all of this on the way. And I messaged him one or two things I think you should say to Logan as well.
I've got one, but I've heard there's rules about the press conference, what they can and can't say.
Really?
Oh, really? I'm a big fight fan, as you know, and there's been a couple of fights where I look back and I think to myself, God, I really was invested in that one. So, like, I remember UFC 98, Machida versus Evans. They were like two undefeated fighters. I remember I stayed up until 5 a.m, and all my mates are passed out on the couch, and I'm screaming, "Fucking kill it!" Like, I really get into some fights. I think this might be the most I'll ever get into a fight, because with JJ being a mate, and then me really disliking Logan, and then also being ringside commentating on it. Like, if people thought I was biased before, they haven't seen a fucking thing yet. Because if you've got a problem with biased commentary, then you're going to have to mute this, because I'm just going to say beat the shit out of this prick.
How many times are those two going to have punches to the face?
So are you commentating on Logan's channel as well?
No. There's separate commentary for separate channels.
Right.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
How have they done that?
No, but I think that might be just purely because of me, to be honest. Because I think Logan's a dick.
He wouldn't have wanted it.
He wouldn't have wanted it.
Who do you think will get more viewers out of Logan and KSI on the live stream?
It's difficult to say, because it's also, what time is it? It's got to be a time when it's friendly for both people, right?
It'll be later on then,
It'll be later on. It'll be in the evenings.
If it's 8 o'clock, that means it's.
So he'll be operating on LA time, I would imagine, which is like, what, 6-7 hours difference?
So it's 8 hours sometimes, it's 7 hours other times.
So
do you reckon they'll fight at like 10 at night?
Probably, I would imagine. So yeah.
But how else the audience?
Can I just be honest?
I mean, the audience last time. The thing is, the one thing that became really apparent to me last time was how many fucking actual fans Joe Weller has, because that audience was like 80% for Joe.
We thought they were bots.
No, but I thought it would be a bit more, and this isn't a disrespect to the Sidemen or whatever, but like, what it made me realise is more subscribers doesn't necessarily mean you have a stronger fan base. Like, what Joe has is this like core of people who are obsessed with him, and they will follow him wherever the fuck he goes.
Do you think it's the same with JJ though? Because there were girls sobbing at the end.
No, I think JJ's got some of that as well, there's no doubt. But I just meant it just surprises, because like I thought it would be. And I guess because of the storyline that played a part as well. In the storyline, JJ played up to being the bad guy.
Vince McMahon did that one well.
Whereas I think it's going to be different now, because as much as JJ is a natural bad guy, he's going to have that Stone Cold Steve Austin thing, where even though he's a bad guy, people love him anyway because Logan is such an insufferable twat.
Logan is a literal knobhead.
Like, like he's not playing the knobhead.
Yeah, right.
He's an actual knobhead, is what you say. He's not playing a character. And he's not. It's just who he is.
Yeah.
And no amount of talking to depressed people for the cameras is going to change that. We've seen him now for who he really is, and
Ryan does it week in, week out. You can't get any more subs from talking to clinically depressed people.
I literally,
week in, week
I hope that I think one thing I did message JJ and say,
good luck, buddy.
Sort of, and I said, how about you say something? I think I said something like, show him the same compassion that I said when he's dazed and ready to be finished, show him the same compassion that he showed that lad in Japan. None whatsoever. Like, literally, that's how I'm feeling. Like, if I see Logan wobbling, I do have some respect for Logan for getting in the ring. They don't get us wrong, but I don't like him, and I think he's a piece of shit. So if he is there to be finished, I'll be jumping up and down. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. If Logan did want to collaborate on the channel, though, it would be fantastic. Sometimes
they wouldn't. I'm not having that anywhere near this channel.
Exactly. But his brother Jake, we're absolutely down for.
Jake's alright.
Jake's alright. He's just a simple version of Logan, isn't he?
I think.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Nah,
he's like a melted Logan in a way, isn't he?
You look at these guys. There's some things about them that you think they've made a fuck ton of money, and as YouTubers, we can all say, "All right, you've done bits there. You've got a fucking clothing line.
Sure, you got your classy clothes.
They've got a clothing line.
No, they've built things. They've built themselves from different platforms and still managed to translate over on YouTube. So, fair play to what they've done, but.
Shit on Vine, shit on YouTube, well done, boys.
Yeah, basically.
You've been consistent, if anything. You know what I want to see more this time? More people dress like it's a boxing match. So, you know, back when it was like Tyson and whoever he's fighting.
Holyfield, for example.
Something like that. P. Diddy's going to turn up in a mink jacket. Do you know what I mean?
We're in Manchester, though.
Yeah.
We're going to have to, I think, dress down, if anything. Bucket hats all over the place.
Right, yeah.
Just walking around like this.
Yeah.
Right,
okay. Yeah.
Flip up glasses.
Yeah. I mean, you can turn up like that if that's what you want.
That's what I'm going to do. I need to seek some attention here.
The YouTubers need to up their game a little bit. Do you know what I mean? It can't just be this is from ASOS. It has to be this is from I
have to give credit to Toby. He really smashed it.
Toby got it. Do you know what I mean?
Toby turned up with.
And you turned up in a smart suit. Do you know what I mean?
Very sharp.
Toby turned up in a tux that had like a bandana pattern on it, on like a proper tuxedo. Look, that's sick.
I want to see Calix in like a full sort of snow leopard jacket, though. Do you know what I mean? I want to see Cal Freezy out there with a top hat on.
I want to see Matt HD Gamer just with a fez.
Yeah.
I want Cal Freezy with a monocle. If we could have, can we have a Cal Freezy monocle, please? If we could do that.
Yeah. Matt HD Gamer in a fez
with Rebel FC written sort of on the glass.
Probably got that already.
Yeah. One thing I really enjoyed while I was away on holiday, I watched some Fox News.
Yeah.
And
you enjoyed that?
And that I just love dipping into it, and so it's quite funny.
Are we still talking about?
Fox News
dipping in the pool?
Dipping in Fox News, right? And one of them accidentally called Trump, and so they basically were commentating on the Trump Kim Jong-un situation. And one of them went, "This will be the first time that two great dictators have met." And I was like, what? And you see one of them just go, "Oh God." and then
we accidentally told the truth.
Yeah, exactly. But I really enjoyed the whole coverage of it because it was just so positive about everything that was happening.
Yeah.
What interested me was when they asked Trump about Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un, yeah.
And he was like, how do you feel about the fact that he kills people in his country? He's like,
does he?
He's a very powerful man.
Yeah, he's a very powerful man. He said he's a great guy.
He said he's 1 in 10,000.
Yeah, he's.
Well, yeah, because the other 9,999 people are dead.
Yeah. Including some of his family.
No, literally, like. But the thing is it not like...
I quite enjoyed everyone...
Is it a case of... I know he's getting a lot of criticism, but keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer type shit. Like, would we rather not Trump just be friends with this not have bombs dropped on with? Like, for me personally, yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the choice, crack on, Trump. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they ever had any bombs that could reach anywhere from Corners.
Well, all right. Well, I'm personally not wanting to test that theory out. Do you know what I mean?
We're not in the blast radius.
Also, people just they can't go willy-nilly these days, don't they? So let's keep our troops home.
I also enjoyed the bit where Kim Jong-un realised he'd met someone who's a little bit simple because Donald Trump goes, "Make us look good, make us look thin," and then the camera pans across Kim Jong-un and he just goes...
Did you see the cut of Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah. Or it's where Kim Jong-un is sort of realising he's fat. Do you know what I mean? He's going, Wait, what? It was Kristen from my friend Chris Hennage.
Glandular.
Who said to us, it was in that point where he went, "This is why people only do paintings of me." Like, that's all he'd ever seen. I liked his hair though. I do like his
hair.
Who trumps our
fair.
kids.
No, Kim Jong Un has this like all gone, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's only like 5 haircuts you can get though, isn't there?
Is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in that country.
Kim Jong Un. His father.
Short
father.
back and side, short back and side.
Yeah.
Might be cheaper to fly there.
Get a trim.
Kim Jong Un.
Get a little trim.
By the time we get back, I need to go again.
That'll be
to be fair, that's a TGF Bro video waiting to happen. Going to Korea for a haircut
Jeez,
is
North
something
Korea.
that they would do.
They're probably heroes over there, though.
Who, TGF Bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be hailed.
There's loads of people putting their heads in microwaves.
They've all got childish.
And they're all sitting in their hot chocolate bins.
Oh yeah.
That was one of my favourite TGF Bro videos. I did also really enjoy when they used to jump in nettles and things like that. Like when it was when Jackass ended and They Begun was really great.
Jackass was great, wasn't it?
It was good.
Johnny Knoxville.
Dirty Sanchez for me was better.
Oh, they were more daring and more.
Dirty Sanchez had much more of a British sense of humour as well.
Mm-hmm.
They cracked me up. They imagine what their lives have become now. Like literally having to do stunts like that. It must have taken
They're probably
it out
like
of them.
radio presenters.
No, like
Aberystwyth.
I follow
Yeah.
one or two of them, and like one of them's gone like vegan. He's looking after himself. He's
always happened.
He's on a total health kick though. He's like
Really?
gone the complete other way.
Detox.
Yeah.
You love to punish him.
Wasn't it
I
called
remember one
Pancho?
point where Poncho.
Yeah.
There was a Poncho. They put him on a treadmill in a suit, made him run, and all the sweat dripped out of his body down a tube, filtered into a glass, and then one of them had to drink it as part of a forfeit.
The thing is,
I mean, if we ever get to that point at XO, just unsubscribe, just for the record, because
that doesn't look like a spectacle, but it is disgusting, which Jackass was. It looks amazing. But it isn't actually that bad.
I think Dirty Sanchez definitely took it to the next fucking level. There was one point where Pancho was getting like liposuction or whatever.
Oh no!
I can't remember what they did
the
with
fat,
the fat
jug of fat.
Oh,
Someone drank it.
I've
That's
seen
horrible.
Someone drank it.
Yeah. Think of the calories, guys. I mean,
I think
that's why
they'd just sick it back up, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean they were sick a lot. I mean so often.
Jackass summed up what American culture was like at that time, teenager-wise, and
Dirty Sanchez
did the UK culture.
showed how we can make things worse, basically.
Yeah, and just be like super extreme.
They must have had such a fucking good life, though, is the way I look at it. Like the amount of fucking funny memories that they're gonna have. Johnny Knoxville turned the page as well. He went.
Yeah.
He crossed into movies and all of that good shit.
Yeah.
He still is in movies now.
that's what he's got a new movie out.
Dirty Grandpa
He asked me
too.
to say.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those fucking skits were hilarious. The grandpa one.
Yeah, I like that film.
When he had his nuts hanging out and shit like that.
I also just thought he was quite a charismatic guy anyway,
Yeah.
though, wasn't he? Like he was quite, and then Bam Margera, people like that. Bam Margera was like a good skater.
Oh my
he's
God.
a loose cannon.
But he was.
What about the one who died in his fucking
Ryan Dunn.
Ferrari?
who was Bam's favourite? Who was his best friend?
So they were so close.
childhood.
And Ryan crashed his car and died.
Yeah.
And then Hulk Hogan puts a status out saying, "Gonna miss you, brother," with a picture of him and Bam. He got them confused.
Hulk.
Silly old Hulk.
Hulk
He's
Hogan's
had a
often
few
getting
knocks
people
to the
mixed
head.
up.
Yeah, like his daughter and his girlfriend.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how much further we can go on that story.
So Brazil are probably going to win the World Cup.
Yeah. To be fair,
Well, you know something, brother. What you gonna do?
It brings a whole
you know
new,
something, daughter.
new meaning to Hulk smash.
Yeah,
Oh god.
We have fun.
yeah.
His son got into a bit of bother. Did you hear that?
No.
What, he was.
You're like bloody TMZ over here.
speeding in his. Yeah, let's get right into the news. Hulk Hogan's son crashed his car. He was like drag racing or whatever, and he had one of his mates in the passenger seat, and his mate, like, I think he paralyzed him basically. Like he was like a former military man, and then he went to prison, and Hulk heard on the calls ringing his son, and he was like being like racist and stuff on the calls, and all the calls came out.
Yeah.
It's amazing his reputation survived that, really.
Turns out
WWE
Hogan
have
doesn't
cut
know
him off,
best.
I think.
It
Yeah.
just shows you can say anything you want as long as you say your prayers and eat your vitamins.
Yeah.
Drink your milk.
Turns out you can't. Moving on.
Sorry,
Send
lads.
pics.
Should we ask you about? Well, you blatantly want us to talk about it, Lawrence, because you're wearing the T-shirt.
This is my new merch.
Bermuda. Where is that? I've heard about the triangle.
Right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
And where's that for those that don't know?
The Atlantic Ocean sits between Europe, Africa, America, North and South.
Yeah.
And it's a huge body of water.
Does
the
sound pretty
second
big.
largest ocean in the world.
Have you heard that we've only explored 5% of the
sea.
ocean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And did you know that Bermuda was originally called the Devil's Isle?
No, did you know that, Kel?
I didn't, mate.
By the Brits and the
No,
Spanish.
did
me?
So the Spanish called it the Devil's Isle and left it alone, and then the Brits sailed through and went, what is that? And the
Why
Spanish
the
went,
Spanish?
oh, why don't you go and try over there? And they did, loved it, stayed for a very long time, built a community. Some of the locals aren't as happy about it, rightly so, but colonialism is a terrible thing.
Does that
But-
mean they weren't that happy with you being there?
No, they were cool with me. Yeah, because
You bought the T-shirt.
I bought the T-shirt.
You bought the merch.
Yeah.
What about
That merch.
What I got off the plane and they went, listen, we don't like that here, but if you buy a T-shirt, it'll all be all right. Here's my read of Bermuda. It's a British.
I'm a bit annoyed. We've got a podcast tomorrow. We're doing the Soul for EXO.
Yeah, but I've got loads more for you.
Fuck's sake.
Right,
We want some of that Bermuda.
want some of that?
Sweet
Sweet
Bermuda.
Bermuda. No.
Was there any nice women there? Were the women exotic looking?
The one he went with.
the one?
Lads.
No,
There
but
you go.
what I mean is,
The one I
alright,
went with
let me
was
rephrase
so
that
weird.
for the benefit of
My only lady.
any
also.
women watching. Would I have liked some of the local women there?
Some of them have lovely accents and
Okay.
great personalities. And yeah, you would. There was one couple who, and let me just put it this way, Americans have taken holiday photos to another level. Casey Neistat has a fuck ton to answer for. Making mainstream the use of a drone is awful. And I was sitting on the beach, so I was sitting, there's a tiny little cove there where my girlfriend and I had sort of, we tried to find a place that wasn't near a load of Americans. I have nothing against Americans. Some of them are very loud.
We like all minorities.
We like all minorities, right? Not only that, but one day a load of them turn up in their Make America Great Again caps and just going around going, yeah, I mean, where's all the fucking beer, right? And I was like, there's a little kiosk over there. They come back, tubs of beer with them. And I'm like, okay, have a good time. One of them breaks a drone out, says to his wife, take the kid out, middle of the sea, and fly the drone over. And she's like, oh, okay, honey. So takes the baby out to the middle of the
I
sea.
said, take the fucking kid out.
I'm not joking. So she's out floating in what is quite deep water with a relatively newborn baby. This guy's got the drone up and he's going, okay, honey, I'm going to fly the drone over and you and the baby wave. And I'm sat on the beach just going like that up to the drone. I don't think he realised at the time. You can't see from the resolution on the screen. And he does takes. And then the other Americans haven't realised it's him that's got the drone. And they're going, one other American went, I think someone's monitoring us.
Jesus.
Turns to the other one and goes, I think someone's monitoring. He went, there's a drone. And the other one's like, where? And then the drone flies over and they're all like, someone is monitoring us. And then this other guy stood in the other corner just hiding from the drone. in
Alex
the corner of
Jones
the
on his
coast.
holidays.
I'm not joking. The guy should have been wearing a tinfoil hat. Apart from that, the island's beautiful.
Did you hear about, I mean, this isn't really comedy material, obviously, but that
Very sad.
couple who died taking the selfie?
No?
No.
Oh, by the rock at the cliff.
Yeah, they're on the cliffs taking a selfie, and I don't know what happened. They died.
Have you ever heard that guy? There was a guy who went away with his girlfriend and she fell off the cliff.
Oh. No.
Yeah, there was that as well.
So I've just started watching a new documentary, and if you've seen it yet, don't spoil it for us. Called something like The Staircase.
Right, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. So you are actually gonna really enjoy The Staircase.
So I'm halfway through.
which
I'm halfway through it. I don't really want to give
Yeah,
us
you know
what happens, but basically there's a woman found at the bottom of the staircase by her husband. Officially, he rings the ambulance. He's like, "Oh my God, come on, my wife isn't breathing." Yada yada yada. She's in a puddle of blood, and they're being like, "How?" Like the staircase was rock like hard. It was like wooden staircase. So like,
help.
there's a big debate during a trial, which is, would these injuries have happened naturally from falling down the stairs, or did he beat her to death and then claim it was a fall? And then you find out all these other things about the case, and it really takes a long time for you to come to a conclusion, because it is so, what the fuck happened here? And it's I'm really enjoying it. I'm really getting my teeth
it's
into
your
it.
kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, because
You love accusing people of things.
no, but emotionally, you find yourself torn because at one point you're like, personally, I'm at the stage now where I think he did it and I think it was deliberate, but I don't think he's getting a fair trial either. So it's like,
so if the gloves doesn't fit, you must have quit.
because what the trial rests on officially is reasonable doubt.
Great album.
And shout out Jay-Z, but there's a lot of reasonable doubt there, but at the same time I'm like, but I think he did it. Like the solicitor on his side's doing a fucking great job of putting all the facts in, saying, you know, this could have happened, that could have happened, yada yada. And you're sitting there going, yeah, like he might be innocent, but you look at him and you go, yeah, but he looks so wrong, and doesn't
Do
he?
you feel like that's justice though? Is that justice?
No, it's impossible to have true justice though, isn't it? Because it's like, you've got to play by the book, which is if there's reasonable doubt, you cannot convict them, and that's the closest thing you can get to justice. The problem with that is some people are just very good at hiding evidence and very good at covering their tracks.
They hide on,
They've watched a few too many episodes of CSI.
Yeah.
Or
CSI STI.
Yeah.
Coming to a cinema.
Well done on that.
Thank
Max
you,
was. I've really grown to know Max a lot better in the last couple of weeks.
Max.
What a
Spat a bit
character!
there. Yeah, he's a tremendous boy.
He
Man.
turns up to the Sidemen
Trolleyed.
charity match, mortal drunk. From the second I met him,
On a boiling hot day.
wearing a duffel coat.
Yeah, that's the way he's for like whole year
I'm
round.
like-
one outfit.
He's like,
Are you? I look at him. I was like, "Are you all right?" In that, like, because I'm about the same weight as this guy. probably. We're very different shapes, me and him.
Yeah.
But I'm about the same weight. as him.
You're made from like a lot more muscle, whereas Max is just pork pies.
Basically, there's a lot more gravy on Max, but there's a good dinner either way. We're both hearty meals as men. For a woman out there, if you're interested in a
Max is
threesome,
a dodgy hearty.
but I was
It'll
like,
definitely get you hard.
are you all right? He's like, it's all right, mate. Got this. Opens the coat, reaches inside,
Small fan. Oh.
pulls out deodorant, as if a massive can of deodorant. Though, wasn't like a tiny little like it was as if he was going to go through that much. He needed a full family size.
Comes prepared.
He's like, got that, mate. Sorry. And then some other girl gets hers out on the bus on the way, and they spraying their armpits right next to me. I'm like, as if he's in a competition with her of who've got. Which obviously, when you're on a already enclosed bus, having to breathe and all that shit wasn't exactly what I was looking for.
Max, inconsiderate,
I asked him,
mate.
What was it, sure for men?
Nah, I asked him what he's got the coat on for,
Nice
and he goes, "I'm just embarrassed about my body," which
Yeah.
I felt really sad.
No,
And you relate to that because at one point you felt embarrassed about your body.
A little bit.
I feel embarrassed about Max's body. But no, he's a. I've told him the amount of times I've said like you're so funny, and he doesn't believe it. And then he was speaking to like yourself and Rota Shaw, and they were like, "Oh, it's Max," and he didn't realise how.
We need him
loved
to
he
get
is.
his own. I want to
he'd get loads of
petition.
subs.
Get Max a channel.
I've told him he
Max
wastes his
tries.
money on absolute shit, and
Girls.
he just needs to get his head together because he's
The
got
rest
a
he
lot of
just wasted.
potential.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do it? Make a channel.
Is he not regular, like directed enough? Like, is he not like get up and do a video?
I feel
type?
bad talking about him when he's not here.
Yeah, slag him
usually I
off.
like to slag him off to his face.
No, I
love his.
but we
little
love
face
him. We just want more Max in our lives.
We do. Honestly,
Want
to be
Max
honest,
to the max.
I feel like, if I'm honest, I'm just keeping him to myself.
Yeah.
Fair play.
In a very
Bit
selfish
guilty.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned, if you've got a talent that could be good on their own, get them on
I
your
want
channel.
Max on
Keep
the
all
lead.
of them.
At the moment, if I call Max, he'll answer. You
Yeah.
know, unless he's working,
At which point that's unprofessional.
because he has to work because
Yeah.
I don't
But-
pay him much.
But I want to get him like a
Bonga.
camera or something and like just try and help him out and get him on
If
the
he,
YouTube.
if he wanted to do it, he could.
All right.
Loaded.
He's earned more than me in the past.
Really?
Mm.
In the past. He's got
You
cream
know,
eggs for days,
He,
hasn't
he
he?
quite literally spunks it away.
Well done, Max.
Who is your favourite UK YouTuber right now?
Zach Allsop.
I'm not thinking.
Just to be clear.
Who's my favourite UK YouTuber? Who am I watching the most? I want to give a good answer here with it.
I've got one.
I know one.
Myself.
Nico
Oh,
Milano.
that was mine.
Yes, I knew it.
He's good.
He's good. I like how
He's
he
good
puts
in patches.
so much.
I know what you mean. He's hit and miss, basically.
Everything's like especially them ADL videos. How good were they?
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
That was a fearlessness which I've
Yeah.
not seen from other people, and I like the fact that he doesn't care about whether people are going to sponsor it or not.
Exactly,
It's
yeah.
just literally.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a new wave of YouTuber. We had all the clean ones.
Yeah.
and Brian just sadly for him got caught up in the wrong wave.
Like I tweeted about this. I reckon this summer's gonna be loads of YouTubers coming.
What are you saying, Cam? Sorry.
I reckon this year loads of YouTubers are gonna like grow this summer. Like loads of new
That's what
ones.
you're hoping for, Ken.
I just feel like everyone. Like I'm not gonna name names, but I feel like there's a
Don't
lot
you
that
dare.
just upload daily just for monetary gain.
Oh yeah.
But you know, like
There's a
no
lot of
effort.
YouTubers just phoning it in. You can see it.
Do you think though they need to exist so the other ones can?
Yeah.
So they
Shine.
make the money for
But-
everyone else to sort of just be able to doss around, do whatever they want, and
But then they complain that the views are going down. And you're like, well, push
You
the
gotta
effort
spice
in.
it up.
Do you know what I mean?
do a hot pepper challenge.
Yeah.
My thoughts are at the moment, like YouTube's so shit for money
Right.
that people that actually do it because they love it are gonna
Yeah.
shine, like Cam's just said.
And Nico.
So who's this Zach kid who you like then? Is he the
Zach
one
Alsop,
who
he-
invaded the
yeah.
Royal Win.
He's-
AJ fight?
Yeah, and he's working on another one, which should be out soon, and he just does stuff that no one else does, which is really good.
Nice. You've had a young female YouTuber on your channel that you quite like.
Bambino.
Yeah.
Becky Bambino. She was a good laugh. Nice lass.
She
Yeah.
seemed nice.
Yeah, she's
self-aware.
raw talent. I think I've got a lot of faith in her in the future.
Yeah,
She's
she didn't seem phased on the channel.
we had a good chat beforehand, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right, you're ready. Let's do this.
My mate was
himself.
very jealous that she was down here with you.
Oh, did he fancy her?
He was saying some. I'm not going to repeat some of his words.
Is it
but
Marky?
I'll repeat
no.
It is, isn't it?
It's not. It's actually not. I swear to him.
Alright.
It's the other one. Just
She's
the
a
other
very
one.
pretty girl. I can definitely say. I think any lad would be lucky to have a girl like her because she's up for a bit of banter. So like you wouldn't get the same shit you get with a lot of girls who are just
Yeah.
miserable fuckers. You know what I mean? She's up for a laugh.
She's a happy fucker.
She's been doing it for a
Yeah.
long time, you know.
That's the thing. I feel like she just hasn't quite got the old trick of the YouTube game down. But she's got everything. She's got all the talent,
Yeah.
all the gear, and no idea.
But that just
That was the old. That should be your life story,
Yeah.
really, shouldn't it?
if they're in that position though, then they will shine at some point. It's just,
That's the thing. So what I'm saying is like in the next few years, she's gonna blow up.
it's like Max is all the potential with his personality and the way he is. He just once his head's in the gear.
But
he'll
you have to
fly.
have, and this is the thing that Will taught us, you have to have the titles, the thumbnails, the ideas, the series, all that. Being good on camera isn't
Yeah.
enough. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
but you've got to get the respect, not always the views. Will.
Yeah.
You know
what
when
you need is the respect of people to be able to call you a nonce every day.
And still get a brand deal
Yeah.
once a year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you know when you're on about who you think your favourite YouTuber is? What like goes into it? So like what makes them like your favourite? So what do you look for
I
like
like
a good
to
one?
walk away feeling with a good feeling. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I like to walk away thinking, oh, they've really put some effort into that.
Like effort. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
guess you see, maybe not effort, but more like heart. Like some people, it feels like it
Raw
flows
Like they're
passion.
putting everything into
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Like-
it feels like they've seen some. It's not that they have to have done 10 different camera angles.
Yeah.
But like that they've gone, oh, I could do this, and then they do it instead of just being like, I could have done that, but I did this.
Yeah.
I like it to be original as well.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like
You love
recently
Jack
I've seen a
Whitehall.
bit of comedy from people that are lower, well, like starting off.
Jack.
I've not got a
on.
problem with Jack White. It's just that he's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like
It is. I've never been force fed in my life. I'm a hungry man, but until now,
yeah.
till
Yeah.
Jack Whitehall got his
I
original.
think he's
series.
got a lot
Brian
of talent,
tapped
but
the
it's
corners
just
of his mouth and just went, I've had enough.
I really have, honestly. I'm literally getting to the point where I clicked on the Jack Whitehall thing in the corner to say if I could disable them putting it on.
Flag.
You can't stop them from posting that on your feed.
no.
Do you know what you need to do? Flag is offensive. That's what I did.
yeah,
Alright.
I said it was offensive to my sensibilities as a creator.
it's clever.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. It's
What
just,
do you look for in a YouTuber?
Um,
Cam's question. A good one.
yeah. Sort of someone doing their own thing, not conforming to a trend.
Pack opening.
Yeah, like you say, the effort. Like with your videos, you put in a lot of research on like the certain videos, and you can see that you've got a lot of passion towards the video. Whereas
I feel like a lot of, and it's beef, isn't it? Beef just makes you grow these days. That's as soon as I put
Protein.
Steroids.
as
soon as you put a beefy video up, it just goes compared to a normal. Whereas it shouldn't
You
really be that
smashed
way.
Elliot Crawford lately, didn't you? I sent that to Joe Weller, by the way.
What do you say?
He just laughed my arse off.
I'm in a pyramid, leave me alone.
Does he not like him? Or
I mean,
They
that's it.
fell out.
No, but that I think that was a lot more than just like YouTube beef. That was like literally, I'm never talking to you again.
YouTube's a hell of a drug.
Do you know someone?
Music beef as well because they were artists.
Someone re-uploaded your kickoff thing and got 1 point.
Yeah, someone did that with the end of the Cyber match.
A lot of the things I do get re-uploaded
Did you
and stolen.
Copyright it or?
Nah.
Thank you very much, Daily Motion.
Repackaged as their own thing.
My favourite YouTuber right now, who I've like watched the videos and thought like, yeah, this ticked a lot of boxes for me, was the last 2 videos Joe Weller did actually. I've got to be honest, after the fight I thought, not sure where he goes from here, I'm not sure what he's going to do, I'm not sure
Back to the changing room crying.
I'm not sure if he gives a fuck basically, but honestly those 2 last videos were actually really, really fucking good. Like they were a combination of like an adventure. They looked fucking really good considering he hasn't got a production company backing him. The whole thing that it's half conspiracy, half jokey, like he's asking silly questions and like it makes you laugh. So to me, I wasn't going to say, I was surprised I'm saying this, but his last two videos were some of the best I've seen in a while.
Did it make you think?
What, like actually conspiracy theory wise?
Because you're quite the conspiracy. You and Robbie will have a Skype for 3 hours at a time just going over them.
Robbie?
Mr. Williams.
From Arsenal Fan TV.
Mr. Williams. To be honest, I've heard a lot of theories about the pyramids. And that one was like interesting and fun, but I think with Weller you're expecting to get a little bit of light information with funny and good shots, and because he's got a bit of style about him. When he makes a video it looks good.
I just want cockpits.
I messaged him and I thought, I said go down this road, like be the almost goofy conspiracy theorist guy. Like I think it really suits his person. It's what he likes, and he's actually making good videos.
Because he's sort of naturally inquisitive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's naturally a person who'll see something and go, what is that?
No, when we had him on the podcast and we were mentioning drugs and sport, like the shock on his face was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it sort of takes that level of
there's a bit of Pilkington about him.
He's not naive because he's actually quite smart when he's engaged, but when new information comes in, it's always a shock. You know what I mean?
And the fact that he's like, wow. No, but you love watching that. So I think his last 2 videos have been...
A childlike passion, do you know what I mean?
They've been better than most videos I've seen in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Apart from the
That's
episode
it. Like, a lot of these people have been on YouTube for years and they will have burnt out what they started off doing, and now they've sort of got a problem. Like the amount of people doing FIFA videos, they've stopped.
No, but a lot of... So, for example, that crowd that originally started... They're very lucky, I feel, because they've got such a loyal following that even if they did upload shit, and some of them regularly do, they can get away with it because their fans will literally watch them play the shittest PC game ever, and they can just pump it out every day. They'll get the views rolling in. And I kind of respect Weller for the fact that he'd rather go away, spend a week filming in Egypt, and edit that and make it look like something special rather than... Because he could, if he wanted to just pump shit out, he could still be rolling.
He could just do those, what's it called? Oh, I've forgotten it.
Try not to laugh challenges like we do.
What was that internet thing?
Internet melts. He could have done
Nah, he could... Yeah.
one of them a month.
Will just destroyed him on that, though, didn't he?
Yeah, our boy.
I'll take this market.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
So, fair play
to be clear, Will didn't do
because I didn't know where he was going to go from there, but he smashed it lately. Recovery.
I've actually quite enjoyed Will's videos just in general recently. I think he's done quite good videos.
I love the one that he did about rice scum. That
that was quite good.
That was funny. Yeah, it was a good one.
But
Will's quite good when he's got a target. Do you know what I mean? He's quite good.
He's precision, isn't he?
It's that Jackmate video, and the whole thing happened. I think that's his best
I was saying that
video
without saying it.
Yeah.
I think it was that
Jackmate
video.
Now, when Will's got a...
Notes were passed.
When Will's got a fire under him, that lad is fucking focused.
Yeah.
I will say this as well. I do think Jackmate's clickbait videos are quite good as well. They're well put together.
No, he's definitely on the up.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Who else is there? I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm saying the same names though that we've already said. Even Joe, I
think Nightscape's underrated.
He is massive.
What he does, the way he puts a video.
He's the best at what he does, isn't he? I really feel like don't know. I think the thing that I'm a bit fucked off about YouTube is I very rarely see a video and think, oh, that's totally different to what I've seen before. And it's hard because there's that many people out there making videos that we're all covering similar territory.
Yeah.
Like when I first seen your videos,
They're a bit different, yeah.
massively different to what anyone else has done.
It's really that you've almost got to not. It's not watch too much YouTube, but you have to be outside of it for a little while, and you come back with all these ideas which are not YouTube. Because subtly people influence each other, don't they?
You think you've watched too much YouTube?
Yeah, I've got no ideas.
Yeah.
That's why I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then I did the police video.
Yeah.
I just need to start getting out more, basically.
You just need to start flicking the channel.
I don't watch much YouTube anymore, though. I think I spend that much time making it.
I genuinely think that benefits you because you almost have you're not. There was a speech I saw not long ago that said ignorance is and I don't mean this in an underhanded compliment way. I mean
it's all right.
Ignorance is a benefit to some people, and some people manage to block certain things out that don't benefit them. And you're one of those people. If it doesn't benefit you, you're really good at just blocking it out.
So that's 1,000,000%. Like if
I don't mean ignorant like stupid.
No. So what I'll do is I'll dip me toe into YouTube maybe once a month, and I'll go on then.
Cold?
I'll go and maybe for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll go and watch a load of things that I haven't seen before, just to see if there's anything new kicking around. And unfortunately, usually I just be like, nah. Like I have my Old Faithfuls who I watch religiously every week, but I know that what I'm getting with them.
Yeah.
But I very rarely, but I very rarely look outside of that and go, oh wow, this is different or this is special.
Do you ever get a little bit of excitement when you see someone's uploaded a new video?
Yeah. There's a few people like that actually. What about Cody Cole? Have you seen Cody Cole?
No.
I think you would really like him. He's it's weird. He's not fast paced, but it's just him and his mate, and they just take the piss out of someone.
Right.
So obviously there's been.
I have seen that. Have you liked some of those things?
Yeah.
But
he's grew 120k this month.
That's nothing. He's going to 500k.
There's one kid I watched a video of, Brody TV. He's mental. He'll one of his videos. He just sat drinking wine, setting the table on fire in the back garden, and then his mom comes home and she's
fine with it as well.
It's bizarre. And he'll go into through the supermarket and he'll just start smoking cigarettes in the supermarket just to see what people do and stuff. He's
just pressing.
He reminds me of if Jake Paul and because his editing style is very Jake Paul, Logan Paul, very fast paced and whatever. If they were self-aware, that's how they would be. If they knew they were acting like arseholes, that's it's very like that. But he's funny as fuck. He's got he's got an English sense of humour, but he's a Canadian, I think.
Canadians are funny.
Yeah, he's decent. Check him out if you haven't already. Brody TV. I feel like I own one because he's a nice.
How did you find him?
Someone sent us a tweet saying this kid is the future. I just watch his videos, and I was watching there's something here but he's a bit like Bambino that there's talent there, but everything just hasn't fallen into place yet.
Twitter questions. This one's a bit. I don't understand this one.
Go on.
Boltwood, maybe you can clarify. How do Brian, Cam, and Stephen compare their hometowns to Newcastle?
Sorry, I can't do that.
What?
To London.
To London, right? But it says to Newcastle here. But
Boltwood mustn't have written that one properly.
Right.
Another fuck up.
James says this. James asks, well, how do you compare your hometown to London?
Go on, boys.
London's much busier, but
much less walkable.
Yeah, but I think London gets such a bad rap. My mum said I couldn't drink water from London. I drank some this morning.
Oh yes, lad. Take that. Mum.
Has your mum ever been to London?
No, when you go to Spain and you that's a question I need to ask when I get home.
Right.
But did you mean water from the tap?
Yeah, water from the tap.
It is a bit shit.
I think
There's
so.
no point. Oh, compared to St Helens water, you've been fed a lie, mate.
That's
fed a
point,
dream,
actually.
whatever
There's
the fucking phrase is.
There's a lot more. It's a lot harder in London. Whereas
it's horrible.
My thing is that when you walk outside, it's so much more cluttered in London. There's so many more people, so many more cars.
But you live in a field.
I live in the middle of nowhere in Newcastle. Yeah. But the thing is,
part-time scarecrow.
The thing is, that's a strange joke.
Banged.
You can't even drive in London. What is the point?
I can't drive.
No, but what would be
my
the
Uber
point?
driver could.
Yeah.
There's just. I feel like Newcastle's a lot more peaceful generally. There's the city, but for the most part, you can go for a drive down to the seaside and pull over, park and get some fish and chips. That's such an easy thing to do. In London, to go and do something like that, you have to almost have a fucking bullet point presentation just to organise a day like that because everything's such a fucking hassle. don't get me wrong, there's loads of places you can go in London. That's one of the best bits about it. You can get restaurants left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
But like, just to like, I can't imagine driving in London and trying to find a parking space. Fuck that.
No.
I wouldn't even. That would be my worst nightmare. Just driving around the block constantly, going, "Yep, there'll be one sooner or later." Do you know what I mean?
Where will I park this Picanto?
It's like Uber as well. I didn't even know Uber was like really a thing till I came down here. Like me and Will
Me neither.
went in an Uber to his apartment and we just got out. I was like, what's happening here? I thought we were doing a runner, but he'd paid him before.
Will's like, leg it. Think for a good YouTube video.
Will just quickly like just went out the car. I was like, oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
He paid him before.
Will actually does do that quite a lot.
Yeah,
He does
no.
Will's
post
just
daily.
texted me a video of the Logan Paul sparring session saying, "Fucking Jesus."
Will's beat.
That's actually Logan Paul's next video.
Yeah.
Jesus is just ruined in the background. How does St Helens compare to London?
I always get a bit sad when I go back to St Helens from London.
Right.
Because London's busier
Mhm.
and there's more going on. I was just like, when I get back to St Helens, it's like, going
Is it
past.
sleepy?
When are
Is
you
it-
going to
yeah.
move to London? Surely.
I'm not.
Why not?
I'll go to Manchester because that's busier,
I can do
but it's
this.
not chaotic like London is.
I know, but better for your life, wouldn't it, if you go to...
Nah, be
No, because
happier.
you've like...
He likes the way that people spot him.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
No, but you've got a lot of work to be done in London. And like, let's be honest, Sky One are probably going to say one day that they're wasting their fucking time with Jack Whitehall. You're going to get the next call.
Hello, James
No.
Gordon. Am I right?
Finally, a thin James Corden.
I don't know. I think everyone's in London though, so it's
Quite
just
literally
like,
not.
well, in terms of YouTube and stuff. Apart from, I think,
Yeah, what-
I think it's just me and Cam.
But
Yeah,
why don't
right.
you live here for that reason then? Because like the thing with you is organising a sketch for you is a right fuck on. If you've got all these YouTubers who can come and help you at the drop of a hat,
Can you imagine if I got rid of Max? The uproar.
no, don't get rid of him. Just sort of give him a spare room or something. He can work in the bar
Fuck
down
off.
here.
No,
He can barely afford his own room.
I thought when you had them and it was a bit like fresh.
He's not going to use the hot.
No, I'm not saying.
It's getting a bit stale before.
No,
It's better
I'm
when-
saying that
Freshen up a
they're
bit.
good,
Yeah.
but like it was just like a.
That's because we've had baths and we don't just use deodorant
that's
all
true
the
enough,
time.
actually.
It
Yeah.
was also well directed.
But I do feel like if you got rid of the
He did a
normal
few
people, it
scenes,
would be
but
like. If you got rid of the normal people, there would be an uproar. And
I don't know.
I'll be at the end of it.
I think that the straight man that you use, he's a bit stiff.
Tom.
His acting's a bit wooden.
I think
I
it's
quite like
it's
him.
the lines I give him. To be honest, his lines are literally like,
It's the
"What
delivery.
about this?" Da-da-da.
I actually quite like him.
I like him, but he's a bit stiff. That's all.
Just a thought. Have you ever thought of doing a laughter track on your stuff?
No,
It
No.
really ups up the energy of it. Do you know what I mean?
no, I think it'd be overused because the amount of gags I have in.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. But
Layered.
Yeah,
Layered.
That's it.
yeah, someone the other day posted a picture of Paul McCartney outside his house.
Did they?
And said like Paul McCartney was here when we came to the house, and then someone said, imagine the disappointment when you crop wider to the picture and James Corden's next to him, and then imagine the sheer elation of being like Paul McCartney outside his house. Oh my god, Paul, can I have a picture? James Corden's in the background going,
I hate James Corden's voice now because he's doing this really posh,
yeah,
twatty
Paddington
English.
Bear sort of.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
Pooh Bear.
that's all.
He's a cop end. Him and Jack Whitehall should just get in a skip and set it on fire.
What, for a video?
Genuinely, that would bang.
Yeah.
Put that on the fucking trending list.
I'd like to see those two box each other actually.
I wouldn't like to see them do anything. I never want to see them again, to be quite honest with you.
Well, good luck with the next time you turn Twitter on.
They've
Or
literally
YouTube.
been so shoved down my throat because for whatever reason, YouTube are like, yeah, these are the guys we can put our money behind, and they're safe guys or whatever.
Jack Whitehall does make quite a lot of innuendo though, doesn't he?
Oh, the smutty boy.
Yeah.
I mean, what annoyed me is last time I mentioned Jack Whitehall, I was like, literally, he's done a collaboration with pretty much every fucking prick going, and people in the comments were like, no he hasn't. Literally 2 months later, I rest my case. Everyone who argued with me, you're fucking wrong, right? He's been everywhere, it's shoved in every fucking throat possible. Don't get us wrong, yeah, you can make a YouTube channel, yeah, YouTube can help him out, but like, does he really
Less is
deserve an
more.
original series?
Well-
Like, give the Sidemen the original series, give the F2 the original series,
No.
because like they've literally built their names on
The
YouTube.
FT do actually have an original series.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They have. That
You should
makes
watch that, you'd
sense.
love it.
That makes sense. They've built their name on YouTube. Give back to the lads who
Yeah.
put in. Jack Whitehall's done fuck all to help YouTube.
He's
taken.
He's got a series on Sky. He's got a Hollywood film with Dwayne Johnson. He really doesn't need.
He's done a film with Dwayne. I mean, who hasn't at this point? But
That's true.
you know what I mean.
I think Kevin Hart hasn't.
Yeah,
I'll get there. Those two should.
They'll make their way around eventually.
Big question: how useless is Love Island? That's from Jamie Spice.
Never watched
One
it.
of your favourite things.
Not this year.
This man is the guy.
I did a video for the views. I haven't even seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fraud.
Tell me about it. What's so good about it?
It's just basically last year it got really popular, and now this year it's just over, sort of done. It's ITV2's big show, so they've extended it for 2 weeks. And it's just gonna be fucking everywhere. Yeah, it's just like I've realised everyone's just using it to get a few more followers on Twitter and stuff.
Do you think the point?
It's saturated.
I actually sat in a meeting.
Put it in the bin.
I once sat in a meeting with a guy who managed one of the people who's now on Love Island, and he was saying he's huge, absolutely massive.
Who's this?
Can't say.
Cool.
Anyway, he's absolutely massive, and I went, if I can open my Instagram and I've got more followers than him, he's not massive.
Yeah.
I didn't have more followers than him, and I was like,
Thank me.
He's not a big talent though, is he? You don't have to be a talented person to go on Instagram or Twitter and just be a pretty boy, do you? That's not really a talent, is it?
I think that's my main bugbear right now online is so many talentless twats. But then it kind of makes me laugh because, all right, like, you know, for example, if a lass gets a Ross out or a lad gets a 6-pack out, they're going to get views, they're going to get followers, but
Stop it.
nobody's ever going to really give a flying fuck what you've got to say. Like, and I'd rather be in a position where less people give a fuck about me for what I've got to say than having more people give a fuck about you for how you look. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like when you get recognised, people are probably like really happy, aren't they? Like it's Brian because they look up to you.
Literally, I'm told.
Well, yeah, you are a big.
Oh my
lad.
god, it's Brian!
But
Had a couple of coppers give us a selfie
That's
the
true.
other day.
armed. You don't get that in Newcastle or St Helens.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing there to protect.
You went, follow the wife. I was like, yeah, I will.
I hate it when they say that. Follow me. Piss off. All right. Follow who I want.
I did quite enjoy when we went to the Man City game, and this kid came over and embarrassedly took a photo because his dad made him take a photo with Stephen. And then as he walked away, his dad went, "You will follow him, right?" And Stephen and I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Because that's how it works." And we were like, "Is it?" And he was like, "Yeah, see ya, thanks." Talk about park life and going to festivals.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Went
from
to a
Andrew
festival
Harvey.
once.
Park life.
What is park life? Just for people.
Festival, 2-day festival in Manchester, Heaton Park. I'm not getting paid for this, am I? So,
No.
Well, I am.
You can just do some things because you enjoy it. You know?
Nah.
You're
It
never
was.
gonna-
I saw YouTube.
Yeah, you're never going to get a sponsorship from Park Life. You're a nobody.
Might do.
Oh.
I run the place in Manchester, mate. So.
Yeah. Apparently, it's Statman Dave who sorted your night out, though.
No, it's not.
He was on Sky Sports News today. Dream come true for him.
Yeah.
They had his name, Dave.
Smash Band Dave.
What's his who's last name again?
Dave O'Brien.
Dave O'Brien. And then they had in brackets Statman Dave.
Brilliant.
on Sky Sports
That's
News.
brilliant.
I love that.
Then old men can go, I understand why I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Context.
So what was it? You were at a
Park Life,
2-day
yeah.
festival. Was Skepta part of it?
Skepta was Sunday.
Who's the
Saturday.
Skepta
Pretty good grime star, actually.
Did you go up and do your Stormzy thing?
No, I was. Where was I? I was on Zach Allsop's shoulders, actually, for that. Genuinely.
I'd
You
love you
found
to
him
do
in the
that
crowd.
live. I'd love to see you perform that live.
Oh my god, yeah.
I was having a whale of a time. He brought out Jamie. That was great.
Nice.
And I think.
You went, I was playing on the same pitch as you!
Yeah. Jamie sort of pointed at me and went, "Yes, lad." I went, "Yeah, sound." Get back on the mic, boy. But yeah, Saturday, ASAP Rocky turned up 40 minutes late and he was the last act. So legally at 11 p.m, they can't play it on. So he was just getting taken off by security. And it was just painful because he was singing a cappella saying, "Oh, they've cut off my mic, but I'm going to keep going." It's like, fuck off, you've ruined it for yourself.
Yeah.
He was wank.
Absolute
isn't it?
wank splat.
Yeah.
You know his problem. Those
ASAP.
bad bitches.
ASAP wanky.
And he
Yeah.
likes to fuck. He's got a fucking problem.
Yeah. But no, it was really good. On the Sunday we got there, I was already waved, guys, because I'm a bloody lad. And for some reason we're in the VIP bit. The only alcohol around was Prosecco. So the guy went, 2 jugs of Prosecco, mate. And yeah, go on. And I looked the other day how much I spent 80 quid on 2 jugs of Prosecco.
2 jugs?
just like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So-
Two little drinks,
And you don't
not jugs.
like that.
I thought you said
jugs.
jugs of
jugs.
Oh
yeah.
right.
So
Oh.
I'm walking around thinking I'm dead cool, holding a jug of pink prosecco, just like. Hey. And people, because I was so happy, because I was
Big pimpin', spending cheese.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a festival, Brian? Not your kind of thing.
Is
going
it-
to a long-term festival.
You'd get spotted all over the place.
No, but before you were famous, you probably could have gone to because you lived in a caravan. You were
Before I
quite.
was famous.
Yeah.
What the?
Michael McCrudden.
Yeah.
Brian went to festivals.
I've fucked his gimmick up lately, I tell you.
Yeah.
You're watching? This is how it's done, boy. This is how it's done, son. Alright? Nah, to be honest with you, I'm a man who likes home comforts. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I like a
Is that
shower.
bad? Oh.
You can shower at festivals, but
I mean, let's be
You'll
honest.
share it.
Yeah, I mean, people are just tramps at festivals.
Well, this was like you don't stay over at Park Life,
oh, it's better.
Yeah.
so it was quite good.
I'm not into that. I wouldn't like. Would I want to do that? Standing up for hours and then not being able to piss properly and all that.
Oh, they have Portaloos. It's so ahead of the time.
Portaloos, man. Honestly.
They were filled
That-
with Johnnies.
So, see, the thing is, in my diving days, I know. Did I say this? I used to be a diver, by the way. If
Before you got the
didn't
ironing
already
board.
know. And before,
You got the ironing board.
yeah. Portaloos were like real commonplace in those days, and sharing them
Yeah,
with
the lads.
100 sweaty, hairy arse men it really just depresses me. Like, I think that's actually my most depressing place to be in the world is inside a Portaloo.
Oh, it's great.
With another sweaty hair.
No, like, genuinely though, it's because it just stinks and it's just miserable. It's like, what am I doing? You know, like when the music
Pissing or
descends.
shitting, probably.
Hello, darkness, smile.
I mean, I was in and out of there, to be honest.
It is though, man. It's miserable.
It's not nice,
It's fucking
but-
miserable, man. Being in those things.
Mm.
Imagine designing them. That being your legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, in many ways, you have.
How Portaloo.
Is it better though that they do crap in a plastic pot than in the middle of a field?
I mean, is it really?
I'd rather walk into a pot where I felt like I was at least separate from other people's piss and feces, and was able to, not
True.
sit in it.
It's a fair point. I just mean generally, I just hate the whole thing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, a party, I'd rather have sort of a private party.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You are more of the kind of guy who go to a festival and you take a team who put up a teepee and you become somewhat of a
No, I'm more
chief
of a.
for the week.
I would like to sort of hire out the most expensive hotel room in the area, and
Yeah.
invite only the people I want to be there.
Right.
Little rave.
Have your own festival. In many ways.
Have my own party.
What would you call
What
your
would you call it?
festival?
Summer of Love.
That's nice.
Bryanston.
Brian, Summer of Love.
Bryanston. Trustonbury.
Trustonbury. That would be good.
Have you been to a festival?
I've been to a few festivals.
What-
No big ones.
What was the
though.
one in America called? Woodstock.
Woodstock?
Truestock.
Truestock.
That's nice. What about you?
I've been to a few.
I can see you at Glasgow.
Yeah, I'm not really
Big.
I have friends who went a few years ago to see.
You love going to see live music. You went to see Kanye fuck ton, didn't you?
Yeah, but that was at a concert, and it was before. Honestly, 10 years ago, the people who go to concerts are different to the people who go to hip hop concerts now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
There's a lot more.
We love minorities here, I should reiterate.
There's a lot more.
No, do you mean there's more violence now?
There's a lot more aggressive sort of how can I put it, middle class white guy violence. Do you know what I
really?
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
mosh
that sort of
pits.
aggressive, like sort of, yo, do you want to go? And you're like,
You got a problem, mate?
yeah. Sorry, do you have a problem? Because me and my gang are going to ruin you. And you're like, Jack, calm down. And
Yeah, when I went to Ireland to see the game, like that was mental.
yeah,
Which
Ireland's a bit is Ireland a different vibe?
So if you imagine Dublin, it's the game. A lot of gangster rap fans, the kind of people who turned out. I mean, pretty much Conor McGregor was probably in the crowd.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There was people who rocked up like white guys with full on Compton hats.
Yeah,
Khaki fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
I'm like, all right, this should be a laugh. And we're in there. I'm like, at this point, I just stopped giving a fuck about who's around. We're having a great time. And actually, Irish people know how to fucking party. It was such a good time. But then out of nowhere, just bottles smashed
Yeah.
on fucking people's face. It was like the bottom deck of the Titanic,
Yeah, exactly.
basically. Like
Yeah.
everyone's having a good time, but every now and then, people will be glass.
Your feet get wet.
Yeah.
Which is horrible because you don't want to always have to be looking over your shoulder for someone at a concert. Like, all I want to do is watch a guy do it live and then leave.
Or a girl.
So
Go to an old
so
man.
yeah, I know what you're saying though.
Whereas now,
You see live music, Cal?
I've been. I went to the last ever Tea in the Park.
wow.
So, but what? It was weird because when we went, I'm sure there was like 3 people had died before a single act had started.
Jesus.
So, but this is
what?
oh, jeez.
I'm not sure you can say that.
We were getting told this, so we were like we were thinking someone's going around killing people. So, because obviously when you're on a field and obviously you haven't got like a TV, you just like, it's what people are telling you. So you're like
Hearsay.
yeah. So
They weren't playing.
They were
so
great.
I was so
You wanna be there, whoever you do.
So,
I'm going to
I was
kill
this
you.
skinny little rat here.
I'm gonna kill. Oh,
So I was just looking out for someone killing us the whole time.
Because it starts where someone goes, 3 people have died, we heard that. And then someone else in the next time,
Yeah,
3
and there
people
was
have
a-
been killed. And then the next person goes, oh, God.
And there's a guy, right? Tent. So obviously quite a lot of people were a circle of tent, right? And then just outside the circle, very close, this guy turned up, right? This guy, bit of a skinhead, just a t-shirt, shorts, no bag, right? And every single night, he'd have another piece of clothing. So you were like, what's going on here? And he'd just have little walks around my camp. You know what I mean? And then by the end of the thing, he had a bag, he had a Stone Island coat on. I was just thinking, not the guy I should
shoplifter.
Welcome, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. But it was alright. But I think because people died, they're not having it anymore. I think it's changed to something now.
Put a bit of a downer on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs.
That's it.
There's a question here. Conspiracy theories part 2. Are we going to do a conspiracy theory?
I want
part 2?
to.
I need to up my game, to be honest.
Really? What sort of...
I'm worried that I'm too thick.
I'm often worried about that.
Yeah.
I think Will's performance was
And
easily
that's
the
not spelled
worst.
with 2 C's.
In that podcast, Will turned up and he was like, yeah, so the Earth's flat and that. And then we were like, I was like, why? And he's like, just they believe it. That's what that's what they reckon. I was like, I'm just no further informed about
Whereas
this.
you went 2 foot in on the moon theory.
I definitely probably did too much research.
Yeah.
By comparison to everyone else.
You
but
bought a small
equally,
PowerPoint presentation that the only reason you didn't show it was because you couldn't get up on the wall.
but equally,
so to speak.
I'd definitely rather have too much than
Too little.
people believe the Earth's flat and that.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So everyone thinks the world's flat.
Do you think he didn't want to be associated with that sort of stuff?
Yeah, he's definitely doing the right thing by setting up all those Facebook groups to not be associated with flat earthers.
Good point. Although his name's not Keith, so
Is it?
Keith.
Will Keith N.E.
Keith N.E. would be a banger.
Yeah. Is his dad not? We met his
No,
parents.
his dad's Simon.
His
His
dad.
parents were
His dad.
so lovely.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
you
walking
watch
down
it-
the
How
side
did
of the
they-
pitch
how did
chatting
they
to his
make
mum and
him?
dad.
Well,
His
how
mum
did they
and
make
dad,
him?
wasn't it?
I believe it was through sexual intercourse without a Johnny.
Your fucking your one-liner on your last video. What?
You put the timestamp, didn't you, and creased at it.
No, like you was like,
Heteros.
because I'm heterosexual.
Heterosexual.
But it was like the delivery was spot on.
Then I
like,
put the pink
yeah,
music on.
because I am heterosexual.
That's the only good joke I can do. I've put in about 3 videos now. I was going to use it in here, but I thought...
Nah, I think you need to have that on a
The
t-shirt
time comes.
soon. I've got no doubt you'll be bringing out some gash merch.
Well, there's actually some coming, but I'm going to leave it.
Release it on 100k.
Yeah.
At least have some dignity, unlike Con.
No, but I've actually put
Dignity.
something special on it as well, because obviously I don't know if you know about... Did you hear about me mate and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have like 11 on his on the
Oh,
arm,
that's nice.
and I'm gonna put all the profits from that one will go to his mum and dad. Just
Nah, because I shared that. I heard about that.
yeah, that was yeah. So
He's a good guy.
He is.
Bless him. God bless him. Go and buy the merch. Go
It's
and
not
buy
out
it.
it's
yet,
not out
but-
yet.
Yeah.
Not
Sorry.
even hit 100k yet. So if I even
Just do
did.
it. Just do
Yeah.
it anyway. You've
I mean,
got
that's
an
a good reason.
emotional
It's like-
region.
That's that is tricky, isn't it?
Do you fancy playing football for EXO? Because
We need
Well, it's the
to-
first
Wait-
time I've heard about it. Did he?
we were not announcing anything yet, but basically, I played football with Will lately, and I realised we need help.
Yeah. I can't kick a ball.
You're decent though. Will's
Like I said, I was
you're
impressed.
hit and miss. Will's miss and miss more.
Will's very much a defender.
Will can slide tackle.
He put some good tackles in.
He was really
Yeah.
good in that game
Yeah.
actually. Will actually had a really good game aside from the fouls.
Yeah.
and the first goal.
But like there was a point where he took the ball so cleanly from JJ and Simon. He was
But on the first goal,
accomplished.
when he tackled his own player
That wasn't.
and let Simon
You make a
through.
good point.
There were a few times where
Shite, in
those
a
guys,
word.
those guys did tackle each other quite a few times.
Yeah.
Which I often find a bit weird.
Joe Sugg,
Poor Joe Sugg.
I like Joe.
king
I
of
like
the
Joe.
cock block.
Yep.
Is he?
And the final question on today's podcast is: who's this con geezer that we keep talking
Could have
about?
done with blocking the ball.
Constantine.
Yeah, he's
Con.
filming.
If you want,
He's the Russian dictator behind the camera.
Dictator.
That's mysterious enough for me.
that is pretty mysterious, isn't it? Yeah.
The
He's
evil Russian.
He's the Russian dictator that we
Just
had
made that
behind the
joke.
camera. Just yeah. Did you just make that joke?
Yeah, I'm fuming with you now, mate. You've done that a few times recently.
Yeah. I mean,
Carry on.
It's fairly.
Your jaw will hit the floor. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. You shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
God, imagine.
I live in my mum's house.
We
made a point.
need
You
to,
should watch your mouth.
I don't know.
break a
I'm
face.
thinking because I know it's been mentioned before, as a precursor to the big fight.
I'm not fighting Will.
Will M.E. versus Stephen tries in a boxing match live on XO.
Oh,
Wow.
I genuinely can't throw my right arm. I'd still fight with my left though.
JMX issues there.
Well, he's got very different issues.